Good morning, Tony Datino, and I am here at the Brain Fitness Workshop that I have talked about so many times. And as I got here today, I just thought I'd do my Live with Tony from the workshop so that you can at least begin to get a little bit of flavor of what it might look like and the benefits that the people are getting from it. Now, the participants are out in their exercise area. What we learn about movement and exercise is crucially important for our long-term brain health and mental fitness. And so they go from their primary room, which I'm going to show you here, at about 10 o'clock, and they're out at the gym until 10:30. So I've got a few minutes to do this, but I just wanted to walk you around the room and just share with you, what it's just the basic conference room. There's nothing fancy. I talked to you about where they go for lunch and what they do. So what happens is we have our participants that are here, and these are the different people. They get their hydration is important. One of our favorite people is Dick, and he is 96 years old. So he is just a great guy and a lot of sense of humor. You can see in the back here, this is where they go for lunch. So they go back out there for lunch. They can sit around the table. We may put a question in front of them for lunch, like, what are you doing this weekend? Or what was something that you did over the week that you found was fun or joyous? And then we clear that away. We clear that table away, and we have a ball toss. As you can look in the far left corner, we have a ball toss. So they get around they create a circle, and they then do a ball toss. And the ball tosses are in different shapes. And there's some science about just doing that type of movement and how your brain focuses on the size of the ball, the color of the ball. I mean, the research that's being done on mental fitness is just endless at this point. And it's exciting because they're the latest discoveries on how we all can help our mental fitness. And so, and this finishes up our room with the different people that are attending. So there are 17 people enrolled in the workshop, and then they get, when they come back, they're going to get some exercise, some handouts. They'll get some handout exercises in here, and this is going to be a letter transfer. Fill in the word to answer the clue, then transfer the letters, numbered letters, to the final message. So that this is going to require them to, as somebody says, when you give us some of these, we have to think. And the answer is yes, we want you to think, because what we know are one of the fundamentals of mental health are mental challenges. So how do we give people mental challenges that are impactful to them, that can make a difference in challenging their brain? Now, along with that, we also talk about how we build resilience from stress. And so as we look at the resilience from stress, what do? Well, we have what we've been doing is called the GIG, garbage in, garbage grows, or good in, good grows. And today they'll be coming back to us with, so over the weekend, what were some things that happened during your life that were good, that helped bring a smile to your face or some joy to your life, that made a difference to how you were feeling? And what we know from that, the science research, is that when we're in that positive state of mind, we have a much stronger ability to learn and retain and therefore recall information. So they'll be coming back from their gym activities, and they'll be doing their GIG report outs over what took place over the weekend. Now, why is all of this important? And why is this relevant to all of us? Because in this particular workshop, we're going through mental challenges, we're going through exercises, we go through a meditation period of time, a gratitude journal that they write in. There's a series of different activities, from the mental challenges that I just shared with you on filling in the letters, to the socialization and what we're discovering as they leave the room. And I'll just do a quick, they leave the room and they walk down the hallway. I'll share with you. As they walk down the hallway towards the exercise room, we're at a YMCA facility. But as they leave the room and they walk down this hallway, So I'll just share with you that hallway. They go walk down that hallway to the exercise facilities and to the exercise rooms. What's going on? Well, they've learned to pair up with somebody, so they have a walking buddy. So we talk about having a walking buddy, right? We do this in our exercise thing on one of my previous live with Tony's. Do you have an exercise buddy? And so they go down the hall and have an exercise buddy, and what are they doing? They're talking to someone as they're going down, and they're building friendships. They're building social interactions with other people. And what do we know about social interaction? It's important to our mental fitness, where we get away from this feeling of isolation and or loneliness, and we feel that our lives have some purpose to it, and that there are other people who care about us. And so within the just walking down the hallway, you start to see who pairs with whom, and then they go into the gym, and who wants to sit next to who or stand and do their exercises and their movements next to the person, and the conversations and friendships, and who's helping who as they go through them and encouraging them. There are just huge benefits to just the walk down the hallway. As I always say to my other half, let's just, sometimes when things are stressful or we're in a state of, tight, let's walk and talk. And it's amazing how just the walking, just the movement, as we learn more and more about exercise, just the movement can make a huge difference to our long-term mental fitness. And so I come into this workshop, and I come in a couple of times a week, and when I'm available and not going elsewhere, and I'm building a curriculum that really takes what we've learned in the years and years of the USA Memory Championship. And we have an online course called Maximum Memory Mastery, and I'm taking some of the nuggets from that Maximum Memory Mastery, and we're putting them into the curriculum here, and people love it. They want to improve their memory. They worry when you ask them about their memories. I mean, they associate it with intelligence and anxiety and worry and losing it and sad. And what we're doing is building an optimism that there are things that you can do that can help minimize any brain deficiencies and help build strength. It's like building the muscles in your arms. What we're trying to do here is build some muscle in your brain. And what's interesting about this is you can be doing that at any age. And this is the thing we're trying to share with more and more people as they come on board. We have an online course, 6 Factors of Long-Term Brain Health. 6 Factors of Long-Term Brain Health. And we're saying, do people understand the importance of socialization and physical exercise, which includes some dumbbells, maybe some light weightlifting, as well as aerobic, as well as flexibility? Do we understand the importance of our sleep? And that sleep is not just go off and have dreams, but it's clearing out toxins that we have, that we may have accumulated during the day in our brains, and it does a little purification to it. Do we understand the benefits of mental challenges? And mental challenges, and this is the Holy Grail today, what are the right mental challenges that you put people through that help them stretch out those dendritic spines and create new pathways and connections? And so we find if we'll just sit and watch TV every night and we're not challenging our thinking process, what's happening is our brain deteriorating over a period of time. And so we're putting these elements into our summer program in our fitness workshop. And we're putting people to work, because the other thing that we've been doing that is significant is we're getting them to take some of these exercises that they do in the workshop, the handouts, and we're asking them to bring them at home and share them with their family members. So bring home the gig and ask a family member what was something that was pleasant during your day, which is a flip, because most family members want to know how their loved ones did in this workshop. And so now we flip it and we say, look, go home and ask your family members or your daughters or your grandkids, what were some good things happening in their lives today? I'm looking at an exercise that absolutely drove me crazy. It was an interesting exercise, right? It was one that did and used Venn diagrams. And so we had these circles with Venn diagrams, and it says, how many people speak only English and Spanish? I had a difficult time with these Venn diagrams. I was trying to help some people, and when I was looking at it, I was giving them the wrong answers. Not sure how much help that was, But it was interesting how these circles, which we call the Venn diagrams, and the overlap, I think of it as the Olympic circles, just threw me a curve, and I needed some of them to help me figure out, so how many people speak English and Spanish, how many speak Spanish and French, how many people speak only Spanish and French, and it was just a really terrific exercise that they had to go through looking at these Venn diagrams, and I'm happy to say most of them did a lot better than I did. So even at my age, I'm saying, okay, Venn diagrams, maybe I've got to go back and learn a little bit about it. But these are the types of things that we're doing within the workshop. And I get so excited about it, and I see the difference it's making in the people and their joy and their feeling of a purpose in life and the relationships they're building as they leave here, and the relationships they're building here within the workshop, and how it's built a family of people who looking for people because they felt isolated or they felt lonely or they felt, God, what else is there for me to be doing other than sitting home and watching television? And so this is a workshop that's got wide application. There are probably multiple segments of people that would get huge benefits from being a part of the Brain Fitness Workshop that we're doing this summer. That's my Monday broadcast. My goodness, the days keep flying by. The weekend days seem to be shorter than the weekdays, but in any case, it's Monday, Live with Tony, and I am just loving what we're doing. And if anyone wants to reach out to me, just use my ADOTTINO at AOL.com, a.tino@AOL.com. And I stay with AOL because that's been my lifetime way of reaching me, and I've never wanted to change it and go to any of the other online users. So stay with me there, and you might want to look up the USA Memory Championship and see what we got out there that you may be able to grab onto. So until Wednesday, have a good week, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday.